So I'm going to go ahead and draw or sketch my skeleton here. If I want to calculate n choose k, that's going to be equal to n factorial over k factorial multiplied by n minus k factorial. So now here 6 is going to be my n and 3 is going to be my k. So everywhere I see an n, I'm going to replace it by a 6, and everywhere I see a k, I'm going to replace it by a 3. So to compute this, I'm going to get 6 factorial all over 3 factorial divided by 6 minus 3 factorial. And I'm going to have 6 factorial over 3 factorial times 3 factorial. Now here, to reduce this, I can expand the top one, my numerator, all the way up to one of the denominators. So here I would usually choose the bigger one, but since they're both the same, I'm going to expand up to 3 factorial. So here I get 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 factorial all over 3 factorial times 3 factorial. And since we have 1 3 factorial on the top, 1 3 factorial on the bottom, we can cancel these out. And now we have 6 times 5 times 4 all over 3 factorial, which is the same thing as 3 times 2 times 1. So here 6 times 5, that's 30, and 30 times 4 is 120. 3 times 2 times 1, that's 6. So then here we get 120 divided by 6, which is 20. So we have a total of 20 possible combinations here. And that's how you would go about doing these problems. Let's try one more. So here we have 8 choose 5. So here again we can do our skeleton. N choose k is equal to n factorial over k factorial n minus k factorial. So here n is going to be my 8 and k is going to be my 5. So let's make the appropriate substitutions. So we get 8 factorial over 5 factorial multiplied by 8 minus 5 factorial. We compute the parentheses, what's inside the parentheses first. So we have 5 factorial over 3 factorial. 8 minus 5 is 3. And then here, let me write this without the parentheses so you can see this a little bit clearer. So I have an 8 factorial in the numerator, I have a 5 factorial and a 3 factorial in the denominator. So I'm going to expand this 8 factorial up until I get to 5 factorial, because 5 is bigger than 3. So here we have 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 factorial. We have 5 factorial and 3 factorial. So we can eliminate these 5 factorials. And now we have 8 times 7 times 6 all over 3 times 2 times 1. The denominator, that's easy, that's going to be 6. But the numerator, here, let me calculate this really quickly. 8 times 7 times 6, so we get 336. And then 336 divided by 6, that's going to be 56. So we have 56 combinations. So try these set of problems out, and then when we come back, we'll take a look at another example.